Guys, welcome back to my channel. I talked to you a little bit earlier about a little bit about cancer, chemotherapy versus radiation, what my decision was, what my choice was. I don't know why my hair's sticking out, but um, long story short, today's not a great day for me. I'm not feeling 100, but I wanted to come to you to talk about something I heard someone else talking about, and that is the effects of cancer and chemo and treatments and all that. It doesn't look the same for everybody. So when you hear someone say, "Oh yeah, I was, I had cancer," nobody's ever going to just talk really lightly about it. But you may hear someone talking about their cancer experience and it being such that they went through their treatments, whatever that was, and they are feeling fine. I have a girlfriend who now does like open mic on a regular basis, and she's just living her life, her best life, if you will. And you wouldn't even know that she ever had an episode with cancer. She did not go through chemotherapy. She did radiation only, and she's fine. I don't know what type of cancer. I know it was a breast cancer, but I don't know what type of cancer, breast cancer it was. But she's doing fine. I have another girlfriend who I was not with her throughout the journey, so I don't know exactly what she endured. But right now, she appears to be living her best life. And this was probably 7 or 8 years ago that she was diagnosed and went through her treatments and so forth. I have experienced something completely different from that of my friends. And my journey has been very, very difficult. And I don't want people to just look at me and see that I'm still living and that I am moving. I mean, I want you to see that. And I want you to understand that it's only by the grace of God that I'm still here. But I also want you to understand that if you have a loved one or a family member or friend, or even just an associate, a coworker, what have you, and they are going through cancer, chemo, radiation, or whatever the treatment plan may be, and they are always down or they're always complaining of one health issue or another, please know that they are probably being sincere. I can't imagine anybody lying about what they feel, but I think when you see so many people who are up, it's hard to realize or to even fathom how draining this is on your emotional and physical spirit. For me, I tried to stay up, but I promise you, I cried more than I smiled. I just didn't allow people to see that. I told one guy when I was working, his wife called me and she was just talking about her. I don't even know why she gave me all of those details about her husband having been diagnosed with cancer, so forth and so on. But I think sometimes it just comes out, and I think that it is God's way of God puts the right person in front of you. And she just was going on and she was upset. And when I talked to her, I said, I did ask to speak to her husband, and I got her husband on the phone and I said, let me tell you what works for me. I cry in the shower. Nobody knows, and you find what works, but I spent a lot of time crying. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how. It makes me emotional to even talk about it, but how to move forward without emotionally impacting the people that I love, being my husband, my children, my mother, my siblings, my friends. It was difficult to always be up, but that's what I chose for me. And I found that in trying to fake it until you make it, in showing people that I was okay and that I had a positive disposition, it allowed them to look at me in a different light, but also it helped me to be okay. Sometimes it wasn't always easy. But I wanted to say that because I think sometimes we being cancer patients or whatever your ailment is, we try to show the best face. We put on a good face and we put on a good show because we don't want I didn't want people to pity me. I didn't want people to feel bad for me. I wanted people to just treat me just like they treated everybody else, with hair, without hair, with the weight, without the weight, whatever. I had to walk around with a mask on sometimes because in addition to having the cancer diagnosis, I don't have a spleen because I was in an automobile accident where it was crushed. So I had other variables that impacted my health. I just want to really just say that there are a lot of down days when it comes to these diseases or these sicknesses or whatever it is that you're dealing with. And sometimes we don't show it, oftentimes we don't show it. And I don't want you to think that because we try to move forward with life, whatever that looks like, in a positive manner, it doesn't mean that it's not still with us. And it doesn't mean that we don't still have bad days. Forgive me for continuing to look off, but there's like stuff outside and I'm looking out the window. So anyhow, yeah, so I still have a lot of really, really, really hard days. And from an emotional standpoint, I do struggle a lot. And it's hard to have conversations with people because they'll never understand. If you're not a cancer patient, or even if you are a cancer patient, if you're not having a similar walk as it is so hard for you to understand. It is difficult for you to understand that I'm in pain every day. And I have gained over 35 pounds in 8 months because I'm in so much pain that I don't feel the energy or the wherewithal, if you will, to get up and exercise. And then when I do, I'm just in so much pain that I don't want to continue. So that also brings on I don't want to say depression, but it brings on this feeling of sadness because, okay, I'm sad, if you will, because I had the diagnosis and that I'm still in pain. I'm grateful. Do not misunderstand or misinterpret what I'm saying. I am unbelievably grateful for life. I'm even grateful for the experience because it taught me a lot of things about how strong I really was. I really didn't. I think if you're not tried, sometimes you don't realize your strength. Anywho, I am eternally grateful for life and for being able to get beyond that hurdle, but I still have a truckload of hurdles left. I've gained all this weight, so not feeling well and hurting. I haven't had the energy or, even felt like any feelings of wanting to work out or exercise. That creates yet another problem because now I've gained so much weight that I'm so overweight, if you will. And I know people will say, "Oh, you're not so overweight." No, I am. At 65 pounds in less than a year is 35 pounds. I'm sorry. 35 pounds in less than a year is a lot of weight. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a call coming in. No, I'm not going to answer. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's a lot of weight, and so it's an emotion. It affects you emotionally. So it takes a toll emotionally and then physically. So now I'm starting to have knee problems. Okay, I've got to figure this thing out. But I just want you to know that when you watch these videos and you see me smiling and laughing, I always smile. I always laugh. Doesn't mean that life isn't beating up on me. I've gotten over a really, really big hurdle, but I have so many more. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. So when you see someone who is claiming pain or in a situation that they're not feeling well or whatever, love on them. Try to understand them and just be patient with them because it is hard. It is harder than you know. And for me, I'm a worker. I like to work. I like to stay busy. I like to do things, and I can't work right now. And so that's really, really hard. Yeah, just be patient with us, okay? So anywho, I just wanted to come and let you know that I have more videos to come, but it is not as simple as you received your treatment, you are cancer free, go on with your life, because we can't sometimes. Some of us can't get beyond the emotional impact, but some of us have this physical struggle. And so, yeah, yeah. You got, oh gosh, what's that? It's just, my skin is so dry out here. I try to, anyhow, that's a whole nother discussion. Have a great day, guys. I appreciate you. Bye.